The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. I would rather live my life as if there is a God and die to find out there isn't, than live as if there isn't and to die to find out that there is. The world is never quiet, even its silence eternally resounds with the same notes in vibrations which escape our ears. As for those that we perceive, they carry sounds to us, occasionally a chord, never a melody. The welfare of the people in particular has always been the alibi of tyrants. As a remedy to life and society, I would suggest the big city. Nowadays, it is the only desert within our means. By definition, a government has no conscience. Sometimes, it has a policy, but nothing more. We get into the habit of living before acquiring the habit of thinking. In that race which daily hastens us towards death, the body maintains its irreparable lead. A man's work is nothing but this slow trek to rediscover, through the detours of art, those 2 or 3 great and simple images in whose presence his heart first opened. You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. Beauty is unbearable, drives us to despair, offering us for a minute the glimpse of an eternity that we should like to stretch out over the whole of time. Every act of rebellion expresses a nostalgia for innocence and an appeal to the essence of being. We always deceive ourselves twice about the people we love, first to their advantage, then to their disadvantage. It is necessary to fall in love, if only to provide an alibi for all the random despair you are going to feel anyway. The evil that is in the world almost always comes of ignorance, and good intentions may do as much harm as malevolence if they lack understanding. For if there is a sin against life, it consists perhaps not so much in despairing of life as in hoping for another life and in eluding the implacable grandeur of this life. Note, besides, that it is no more immoral to directly rob citizens than to slip indirect taxes into the price of goods that they cannot do without. Without freedom, no art. Art lives only on the restraints it imposes on itself, and dies of all others. The desire for possession is insatiable, to such a point that it can survive even love itself. To love, therefore, is to sterilize the person one loves. Martyrs, my friend, have to choose between being forgotten, mocked or used. As for being understood, never. Every great work makes the human face more admirable and richer, and that is its whole secret. Men are convinced of your arguments, your sincerity, and the seriousness of your efforts only by your death. After all manner of professors have done their best for us, the place we are to get knowledge is in books. The true university of these days is a collection of books. I am not made for politics because I am incapable of wanting or accepting the death of the adversary. Don't believe your friends when they ask you to be honest with them. All they really want is to be maintained in the good opinion they have of themselves. I grew up with the sea, and poverty for me was sumptuous. Then I lost the sea and found all luxuries gray and poverty unbearable. Men are never really willing to die except for the sake of freedom, therefore they do not believe in dying completely. Every time somebody speaks of my honesty, there is someone who quivers inside me. I have never been able to renounce the light, the pleasure of being, and the freedom in which I grew up. There is the good and the bad, the great and the low, the just and the unjust. I swear to you that all that will never change. The only really committed artist is he who, without refusing to take part in the combat, at least refuses to join the regular armies, and remains a freelance.